Welcome to Combat, one of the new shows here in UPW. I am your host, the Harbinger. UPW's Combat is going to be a little bit unique. You're going to see a great matches tonight, including a triple threat, no escape cage match, and we have a big main event. We're going to get right to the action. No more talking. Let's go. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. From Mayville, Quebec, Angelina Winters. Angelina does have another outfit, but I saw this blue one. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so, and she's wearing black as well, my other favorite color. So, plus she's got blue hair, so I mean I can't complain. And you will see the same thing from the women as well. You will see matches that are different in terms of no holds barred. What the hell is the difference between no holds barred and Extreme Rules? There is none. I mean, people could say, yeah, there's a difference, but you know what? There isn't. To tell you the truth, there is no such thing. So, and her opponent from Osaka, Japan, the Empress, Asuka. Asuka, the longest reigning and undefeated NXT champion, women's champion in history. Too bad they don't count that. And then she goes to the main roster, and they do the same thing they do to everybody that goes to the main roster. At least now, not back in the day. They used to treat them a little bit with a little bit more respect, but not anymore. Asuka's a competent wrestler. She is a good wrestler, not just good, great. She's won championships all over the world. But now she's stuck in mid-card status, so when they're gonna cut her a break, she, where she's no longer in a mid-card status. But the problem is with WWE at the moment, while I'm recording, at the moment of this recording, they don't have a big women's division. If you play the game, they don't have a lot of women in the game. So that's why a lot of people go in. A lot of people go and download women like I did, because there's not even enough women to do as far as I know, to do a 20-woman battle royal. Asuka was going for a neck breaker. Angelina Winters was able to. Oh, look at the strength of Angelina Winters with a sit-out power slam. Russian leg sweep. You don't see that every day anymore. Angelina Winters just taking it to Asuka, and then slaps her right at the end there. And now working on the arm. Oh, Asuka able to. Oh, never mind. Angelina Winters again countering, and again working on the arm, and she is pouring on the offense on Asuka. Oh my God! Big short arm clothesline. And working on the head, and again a slap to Asuka. Asuka on the top turnbuckle. Angelina Winters on her feet. Asuka with the missile drop kick. Oh, code breaker. Well, let's not call it a code breaker. I don't want to. Well, I can. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. And another missile drop kick by Asuka. Look at the referee. He's just standing there. He has no idea what's going on. That kick by Asuka. Asuka is going for a belly to belly. Angelina Winters with the reversal. Now Angelina Winters with the back stunner. And Angelina Winters takes the win on Asuka. The newcomer, the UPW, takes the win. Congratulations to Angelina Winters. I did not expect her to beat Asuka and beat her in that fast of a fashion either. I wasn't expecting that one bit. Got some more action coming up. We do have, again, the No Escape Cage match, but coming up next, we have Adam Cole and Andrade at Idolo coming up next. There you can see the cage hanging over the ring. I would love to see this match in real life. I really would. This is a triple threat, no escape cage match with a time limit of 30 minutes. So we do have a 30-minute time limit. Making his way down to the ring from Auckland, New Zealand. He stands at 6'1", weighing in at 246 pounds. The Switchblade, Jay White. Really creepy. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it was really creepy. So once the match starts, I'll finish telling you about if you're having a problem changing somebody's entrance and you got your own video that you made, if it keeps crashing on you, I'll tell you how you can fix that. It's fairly simple. It's a ridiculous way to fix it because you shouldn't have to, but it is what it is. So I can't say anything about it. I don't know what to say. And our next opponent, hailing from Chicago, Illinois. He stands at 6'2", weighing in at 242 pounds. He is the best in the world, CM Punk. Impressed with the graphics of this game this year. I do like the controls. I do like the combos that you have. Of course, this game has problems like they always have every year, just minimal, not as many, but still has problems also. And this man is up next, and I want to see this match in real life because of these three men. And our last participant in this match, from St. Louis, Missouri, he stands at 6'5", weighing in at 250 pounds. He is the Viper, Randy Orton. Yes, Randy Orton is in UPW. He ain't going anywhere anytime soon. It should be a really good match, the three of them. And again, you cannot escape the cage. You cannot climb out. You cannot open the door. Back in the day, that's how cage matches were. You had to win in the ring. This is way back in the day, before I was around, because back in the, and I don't care, back in the 80s, when you could pick a cage here in this game. The blue cage was a staple in WWE, and that one you could escape. Just like now, you can escape the cage or climb out, but I saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka from the top of that blue cage do his crossbody, and it was not a just drop down crossbody. I mean, the man jumped off of it and landed, I believe it was on Hulk Hogan and Big Boss Man. I think I was there live. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. The cage comes down again. No escaping. Must win by pin or submission. There's the bell. Oh. Jay White and Randy Orton for a short period of time to get that double DDT. And now Jay White and Randy Orton are... Oh, Jay White with the headbutts to the wrist of Randy Orton after he twisted it. Now tosses him into the corner. And now Jay White turns his attention to CM Punk. Dragon Screw. Kick to the midsection. Randy Orton. Swinging neck breaker by the Viper. I don't know who hit Randy Orton there. If it was Switchblade or if it was CM Punk who hit him and knocked him down. Look at the referee right there. He's just standing there. He's like, I got nothing to do until somebody tries to pin somebody. Oh! Springboard senton. Sit out senton. Randy Orton reverses on Jay White. Goes for the DDT. And now punches to the side of... That's right in his... Oh no, that was on his head. And no, that's on the side of his face right now. Kick to the midsection and a punch to CM Punk. And Randy Orton with a leg capture suplex and a half and half suplex by Jay White on Randy Orton. Jay White on the second ropes and drops the leg across the neck of CM Punk. And a big punch to the face. Now Randy Orton up and in control. Oh, wrenching on the arm. Randy Orton with those shots to the head to Jay White. And Jay White falls. Randy Orton and CM Punk. Randy Orton has to be, out of the three of these men in the ring, he is most definitely the strongest. Oh, Jay White with a... Well, we can't say... It's kind of stupid to say it now, but... A swing... neckbreaker, rainmaker, neckbreaker, whatever you want to call it, or whatever. It's just a swing reverse STO, but oh, and a double team by CM Punk and Randy Orton on Jay White. And CM Punk inverted DDT. Big DDT and a knee across the face. And Jay White got caught, playing to the crowd. CM Punk bashing Jay White's head into the middle turnbuckle. Oh, Randy Orton playing to the crowd again, got caught. Now placed against the ropes. Kitchen sink. That's what it's called. It's a kitchen sink with a Russian leg sweep. Are these guys not paying attention? There's 3 people in the ring. Oh my God. Swinging net breaker by Randy Orton on CM Punk. And he has no idea where to go. CM Punk able to get out of the move. Now a combination of fists. And what the hell was that? Backbreaker by CM Punk. Now he's working on the left arm of Switchblade. Kick to the midsection by Switchblade. Fisherman suplex. Sort of a fisherman suplex. Not a really big one, but knife edge chop. Misses with the drop kick, Randy Orton. Oh, Randy Orton. There's the DDT. Signature Randy Orton. And Switchblade had an opportunity. He could have went after CM Punk. He could have went after... Oh, wait. Oh, Randy Orton using a cage as a weapon, throwing Switchblade's head right into the cage. And now Randy Orton punching CM Punk in the ear. That'll knock off your equilibrium. Nice suplex by Randy Orton. And a nice suplex by CM Punk. There is something else that's unique about Combat that you won't see on the other shows or hear on the other shows, because Combat is the way it is. Oh, another swinging reverse STO. Randy Orton breaks up the pin. And another half and half suplex. One of the other things you will not hear on the other shows is, oh, and now Switchblade with the swinging reverse STO on Randy Orton and broken up by CM Punk. You won't hear this on other shows on Primetime or the women's show, but this particular show is TVMA, so you will hear some swear words on this show, just because of the fashion of the way the show is. Randy Orton with that short arm clothesline. Super kick to the face of Randy Orton. Okay, so I'm sorry. To fix and Randy Orton's been busted open. If you're having a problem changing the video for your entrance for a superstar or for a creative wrestler, and the game keeps freezing or crashing, stop trying to make the video outside of a universe. Go inside the universe, or make a universe if you don't have one made. Go inside the universe. Make sure that the creative wrestler that you're trying to change the entrance for is in the universe on one of those shows. If you don't want to create your own show, you don't have to. You can just put them on Raw, SmackDown, whatever you want to put them on. Go to that person in the universe, go to their entrance, and it'll take you to their entrance there. You can change their entrance with their video in there. Oh my God. And it will half and half again on CM Punk. Goes for the pin, hooks the leg. And again, broken up by Randy Orton. Oh! Switchblade returning a favor. It wasn't on his head, but it definitely hit the back of Randy Orton. If you go into the universe and change the entrance in the universe. Oh, and a count of ice. Broken up by Randy Orton. Now the pin. Broken up by Randy Orton. If you go in the universe and change their... Oh, there's the Anaconda Vice. Again. And Randy Orton taps out. And CM Punk takes the win in the No Escape cage match. And the best in the world is your winner. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. All right, we got the Combat Women's World Champion coming up next against a newcomer, Tiffany Max. This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making her way down to the ring, she is the Assassin. She is also the Combat Women's Champion, Cameron Santos. Cameron Santos, champion when it was Wednesday Night Showdown. Used a different face for her this year. Used the face of Ana de Armas, which is big improvement for what I used last year. Not that the person that I used before wasn't a gorgeous woman, she is, but it was time for a change. So, and Ana de Armas is Cuban, so that's why you see a Cuban flag on her left leg and a Puerto Rican flag on the right. Yes, they do look similar. Puerto Rico, we did adopt the flag design from Cuba, but changed the colors. But the colors and everything on the Puerto Rican flag actually means something. The points on the star, the flag, the stripes, everything. Sometimes you'll see the Puerto Rican flag with gold on the outside. So her opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, she is brand new here to UPW, Tiffany Max. So just giving a little history lesson about my culture. So great CAW, found her online. Like I said, some people make some, I've been saying this for years, some people make some really great CAWs that you just can't say no to. There's the bell. And right off of the springboard with a Pele kick to Tiffany Max by the champion. And a ripcord knee to the face by Cameron Santos. And a German suplex. Imagine being Tiffany Max and realizing the first match you're going to have ever in UPW is against one of the best champions ever to be in UPW. And one of the most dangerous. I mean, her finishing move is called a kill shot for a reason. And she's called the Assassin for a reason. Imagine if this was real in real life. It is real life. It is real life right here in UPW. It's real life. They're living, breathing animations of not living people. You know, referee has no idea what's going on. Still working on the arm. Double knees to the back of Tiffany Max. And another springboard Pele kick. And what the hell was she trying to do from there? And Tiffany Max dancing around too much. but did get a nice running bulldog, some offense. Oh, and a big punch to the face. There's the cover. Only a 1 count. Kick blocked by Cameron Santos. Now, Cameron Santos, I believe that's an inverted crush, but I can't remember what I gave her. Oh, I know what this is called. Sniper driver by the assassin. She goes for the pin. And Tiffany Max able to kick out at 2. And Cameron Santos. Oh! The kill shot to Tiffany Max. And Cameron Santos makes quick work of the newcomer and ends her dreams of winning her first match here in UPW. All I can say is it happens to everybody. I've had CAWs that have lost on their very first match. I've had CAWs that have lost 3 matches in a row. I mean, it happens to everybody, but it won't be the last time we see Tiffany Max. So she'll be back. Quick work of Tiffany Max that only gave her a 2-star match. So what are you gonna do? We've got the Blackpool Combat Club versus Blackwell and Tetsu United coming up next. This tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way down to the ring, standing at 6'2", weighing in at 234 pounds, from Cincinnati, Ohio, Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley held the AEW championship for a very, very long time. I don't know if he held it longer than Chris Jericho. I can't remember. But who would have thought that Bryan Danielson would have showed up in AEW? But who would have thought that the two of them would have ended up in a team together with one of the best wrestlers to ever wrestle, and of course now one of the best trainers, one of the best. I mean, when the man's on a mic and commentary, everything, he's just fantastic. Speaking of which, and his partner, being accompanied to the ring by William Regal. He stands at 5'10", weighing in at 210 pounds, from Aberdeen, Washington, Bryan Danielson. Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, the combined weight of 444 pounds. And of course, William Regal as their manager. And now they have another member in the Blackpool Combat Club in Wheeler Yuta. And that's all Wheeler Yuta needed to do was have a match the way he did with Jon Moxley. Even though he lost that match made him a star. And any wrestler that has a match like that, it's going to make them a star. It's going to make them somebody who's not known to people. So congratulations to Yuta for becoming part of that team. You couldn't be around, 2 better wrestlers and one guy who has more knowledge than, you've got, let me see, Regal's wrestled for 30. You've got about almost 70, 80 years of experience there. And their opponents first, from Tokyo, Japan. He stands at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 275 pounds. Tetsu United. Los Ignorantes de Japón. I could tell you what Japón is Japan, but I really don't know what I don't know what it is. And I'm too lazy to look it up. I mean, I did look it up the first time I saw it, um, but I guess I just don't give a shit. Um, and if I didn't say this earlier, that's another thing you'll have here on Combat a little bit more than you will on Primetime or the women's show Valkyries. You'll get a lot more squaring on this show just because you're in the Combat Coliseum and it's all about fighting, so shit's gonna happen. And his partner, standing at 5'11", weighing in at 254 pounds, from Bridgeport, Connecticut, representing the Heel Nation, he is the Combat World Champion, Blackwell. Blackwell was the Wednesday Night Showdown champion for a very, very, very long time. And like I said on Primetime, some of the belts were distributed to people who had them for a long time, and others that either I didn't have anymore or were not around for a long time. Those belts had to be done in a tournament, which I did before I started recording and putting stuff up online. So meet Jon Moxley and Tetsuya Naito starting it off. The referee calls for the bell. And Jon Moxley just living up to his name as a brawler. German suplex by Jon Moxley on Naito. And if you don't know New Japan Pro Wrestling, Naito is one of the best Japanese wrestlers, one of the best wrestlers in the world. I love watching Naito wrestle. So I'm really looking forward to a lot of things that are going to be happening in the future. Nice backdrop. Oh, I'm sorry. The combined weight between Naito and Blackwell is 529. So they have the weight advantage in this match. Naito tossed to the outside by Jon Moxley. Moxley tried to throw him back in the ring, but it didn't work. Referee was at 5. Oh, kick to the sternum or the abdomen. I'm sorry. And what is Naito doing? Oh, reversal. DDT by Naito on Jon Moxley. What the hell is Naito doing? Okay. Both back in the ring. Jon Moxley tossed into the corner. Snapmare. And a big boot to the face by Blackwell on their first tag. And Blackwell working on the left arm of Jon Moxley. Blackwell into the corner. Oh, and those knees to the stomach. Ooh, what the? He suplexed him by the head. Oh, tilt-a-whirl backstabber. Oh, that's gotta suck. That definitely is gonna. That's gotta suck. Bryan Danielson with a leg trap suplex on Naito. Oh. Sorry, when I see that somebody's throat goes right across the one of the ropes, I mean, you know. There's the pin. Okay, why does every wrestler, all four of these wrestlers here are created wrestlers? But look at William Regal. Oh, off the ropes. Jon Moxley. Big clothesline and just turns Naito upside down and every which way but loose. Goes for the pin. And broken up by the world champion. Again, why does William Regal look like crap? Oh, Danielson working on that arm of Naito, setting up probably for the label lock. Oh, oh! Danielson, arguably known as the best wrestler in the world. For 2 years in a row, I mean, he wasn't listed as the best wrestler in the world because he hadn't wrestled much. But even after his return, he wasn't wrestling as much. So, no word on who the best wrestler in the world is today. But I know the past 2 years it was Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley that came in in first place. But I'm sure Danielson has come in first place before. If not, he will. And I'm sure some people from other organizations will as well. Oh, nice flip off by the world champion, the leader of the heel nation. Oh, Blackwell goes outside. What the hell is Blackwell? Oh, Danielson able to catch Blackwell. Blackwell with a counter. And Danielson slapping and punching Blackwell. Oh, snap suplex on the outside to the world champion. The world champion. Hammerlock, clothesline. Oh, what the hell? Oh, Cobra clutch suplex on William Regal. And I don't know why, because Regal was just standing there. He wasn't doing jack shit. Blackwell back outside. Now he tosses. Oh, what the hell is he doing? Blackwell's going back after. Oh, not this time. But William Regal was only able to toss him back inside the ring. Oh, double underhook suplex. And now Jon Moxley on the top turnbuckle. And Jon Moxley drops the leg across the chest and neck of Blackwell. And Jon Moxley could be looking for the paradigm shift. Oh, and he hits the paradigm shift on Blackwell, and Blackwell's busted wide open. We got a bleeder. And the Blackpool Combat Club takes the win. I don't know where the hell Naito was. I don't remember them hurting him that bad, but kind of left Blackwell hanging there. Somebody might have to talk to Naito about what the hell just happened. All right, we're gonna keep the show moving, and we're gonna go right into another match with another member of the Blackpool Combat Club in Wheeler Yuta coming up next. This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way down to the ring, standing at 5'8", weighing in at 194 pounds from Newcastle, upon England, not New England, sorry. He is the bastard, Pac. Pac so underutilized in WWE, and he could have been so much more there. He's so much more everywhere else. And his opponent, representing the Blackpool Combat Club, standing at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 192 pounds, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Wheeler Yuta. Like I said, Wheeler Yuta became a star with that match with Jon Moxley. Anybody who has a match with somebody of that caliber, whether it's a male or female, if you have a match with somebody of that caliber and go through hell like that, you're going to become a star overnight, win or lose. Referee calls for the bell. Snake Eyes right away, and misses with the bottom rope moonsault on Wheeler Yuta, and Yuta with an inverted atomic drop. And Wheeler Yuta trying to go for a submission. I don't even know what that's called. I've never seen that. Nice senton on Pac, and now Wheeler Yuta on the top turnbuckle. And a missile drop kick from the top turnbuckle. Goes for the pin. Only a 1 count on Pac. You're going to have to do better than that, kid. And off of the rope. God, I hate this freaking move. And I can't find a way to get it off. Like I have. There's a pin. I'm saying it now, and I'm probably going to say it again. I don't know how to get it off of a wrestler. I've looked everywhere, and I can't figure out how to get that off. Oh, off of the middle ropes, I believe. I wasn't paying attention, but I believe it was the middle ropes. Hurricane Rana on Wheeler Yuta. And now the rings of Saturn. And Wheeler Yuta does not give in to the submission. Pac tossed into the corner. Wheeler Yuta smashes Pac's head right into the turnbuckle. Wheeler Yuta from the middle ropes, an inverted DDT. And Yuta on the top turnbuckle once again. And this time drops the elbow across the chest of Pac. The hell happened? Did he slip on a banana peel? Oh, okay. Oh, and had a version of the STF and wasn't able to use it. Oh, Pac grabbing the ropes And Yuta looks surprised, like, why? Why didn't you keep counting? Pac's a veteran. That's where you get those ideas from. Oh, Wheeler Yuta. Looking for another submission. I thought he was going for a tombstone power driver, but I would have done the tombstone power driver. I wouldn't want Pac's nuts all in my face for that long period of time. And Pac off the ropes with an arm drag. Neckbreaker by Pac on Wheeler Yuta. Drop kick to the back. Pac is in control. Oh, and another neckbreaker. Wheeler Yuta trying to fight back. Oh, what the? Wheeler Yuta off of the springboard and a clothesline. Or bulldog. It happened so fast. I think it was just a clothesline, but damn, that was quick. There was a cover, only a 2 count. Now Wheeler Yuta made a mistake being on top of the turnbuckle. Another drop kick to the back by Pac. And Pac working on the lower lumbar. Now Pac going up to the top turnbuckle. He comes down with a double axe handle on Wheeler Yuta. And a standing Spanish fly. Now going back up top again. And hits the black arrow. Goes for the pin. And Wheeler Yuta able to kick out at 2 on the near fall. Pac going up again. And there's a second black arrow. And Wheeler Yuta kicks out again for the second time. And now it's Pac with the rings of Saturn. And it was too much, and Wheeler Yuta has to tap out. He gives in, and Pac is your winner. Good outing for Wheeler Yuta in his first match here in UPW. Congratulations to Pac on your win. Coming up next, we have another tag team match. It's the Heel Nation, Big Bad Lenny and Mosca versus Kenny Omega and Eddie Kingston. Coming up next. This tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 628 pounds, they are the UPW Combat Tag Team Champions. Big Bad Lenny on your left, Mosca on your right, the Heel Nation. You can see it on a Titantron that says tap or die. It does say that on their shirt, even though you can't see it because of the belts there in the way. But I'm sure that they're happier that the belts are in the way than people can see the word die. They'd rather have the gold around their waist. And these guys went nearly undefeated for a year and a half. Then lost the belts and then regained them a month after. And then kept them until I was done with 2K19, so they didn't have to do a tournament for these belts. They were able to keep these. It was only fitting, but this tag team division is big, and not just big. It is a stacked tag team division. So. And their opponents. First, standing at 6'1", weighing in at 244 pounds, from Yonkers, New York, he is the Combat Warriors champion, Eddie Kingston. The name of that belt has been changed to the Combat Coliseum Championship, because we are in the Coliseum arena. The arena is called Combat Coliseum. It's been changed to the Combat Coliseum Championship instead of the Warriors Championship. Just couldn't change it. It happened before the recording of this match, and I wasn't going to change it. I wasn't going to do the match over just to change the name of the belt. So he had to earn that in a him and his tag team partner had to earn theirs in a tournament. And his tag team partner, standing at 6 foot tall, weighing at 269 pounds, from Transcona, Winnipeg, Canada, he is a Combat Legacy champion, Kenny Omega. And of course, Omega's still injured. Went through a lot of injuries. Was wrestling injured for almost over 2 years. Had a series of surgeries on the mend. They're hoping to see him back soon. I'm hoping to see him back soon as well. So on the belt, on the left-hand side, it says in black writing, the goal is not to live forever, to create something that will. And on the right side, it says, legacy is the, I believe it's legacy is the best person you try to be, or something like that. I can't remember. There's a bell. Eddie Kingston and Mosca. Eddie Kingston going strong at Mosca. Toss into the corner. I did not make this tag team match. The AI did, and I was like, this is a pretty good tag team match. I mean, Kenny Omega and Kingston were tag team partners at one time. Oh! Big knee to the face. And he's going for an early pin on Kingston. And Kingston was able to kick out at 2, but Kenny Omega was coming in for the save. That was interesting. Oh, the combined weight, like I did earlier, I forgot. Combined weight of Kenny Omega and Eddie Kingston is 540. So they do not have the weight advantage. What's going on here? Big Bad Lenny. Bulldog off the top turnbuckle, and not just that, like off of the shoulders of Mosca. Eddie Kingston fighting hard in this match. Oh, Big Bad Lenny. Snake eyes on Eddie Kingston. And right now, Eddie's in a bad way. Oh my God. Oh. Not bad enough you get choked, but then two big knees to the chest. Eddie Kingston able to get the hot tag to Kenny Omega, and Mosca back in after the tag from Big Bad Lenny. 3 back elbows to Kenny Omega. And Mosca just wailing on Kenny Omega's face with those forearms. Mosca working on the left arm of Kenny Omega. Mosca is a submission specialist. Oh, a V-trigger of his own to Kenny Omega. He's going for it again. Oh my God. What the hell is he doing? Laps? What the? Goes to the top turnbuckle. Misses with the double axe handle. And Kenny Omega. Ripcord lariat on Mosca and then tags in Eddie Kingston. I don't blame him after getting kicked in the face. DDT on Mosca. Didn't seem to bother him. And a code breaker. And a running senton by Kingston. Kingston goes for the pin. Only a 1 count on the heel nation. Another DDT by Eddie Kingston. And there's a tag back to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega. Oh, shit. Northern Light suplex. I don't know. What the hell? The way he dropped Mosca, I know it was on his shoulders and dropped him, but I don't know. I don't even know what to call that. But and then of course Kenny misses the moonsault off the ropes. Wasn't even near him. Oh, kick to the face and to the chest, and there's a tag to Mosca again by Big Bad Lenny. Back kick to the face by Kenny Omega on Big Bad on Mosca. There's a pin. And a kick out by Mosca. I was going to say Big Bad Lenny. I don't know why I keep doing that. They don't look alike. Reverse on a clothesline. And there's a tag to Big Bad Lenny. And there's a tag. Here comes a double team. Oh! Figure 4 leg breaker. Now Mosca working on the left arm of Kenny Omega. Omega able to get the hot tag to Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston. Oh. Mosca with those gut punches. Eddie Kingston's been in the match the majority of the time. More than Kenny Omega, apparently. Even in the game, Kenny Omega's still more injured. And only a 1 count on the cover by Mosca on Eddie Kingston. And now here comes Big Bad Lenny. Oh, he slapped the shit out of Eddie Kingston. And a big reverse German suplex. Lays him against, leans him against the ropes. And a kick to the face and a double stomp. There's another pin. That was broken up by Kenny Omega with just a 1 count. Oh, Kenny Omega gets caught. Snap suplex by Eddie Kingston on Big Bad Lenny, and now he's just kicking him. Rapid kicks to the chest. Fisherman suplex. Reverse, release fisherman suplex. Oh, he was going for a body slam, but it turned into a modified brain buster. Now Eddie Kingston with a submission hold. Eddie Kingston with a pin. Ooh. Eddie Kingston playing to the crowd. Now puts Big Bad Lenny on the ropes. And now working on his left arm. Could be setting up for the Kimura lock because Eddie Kingston does have that move. Neck breaker and a tag to Kenny Omega. And a springboard forearm to Big Bad Lenny. And a hot tag to Mosca. Ooh, that was a Eddie Kingston style back fist. Oh, that was really, really loud. DDT after the knife edge chop, and there's a pin. Only a 1 count on the Mosca. Big Bad Lenny still on the outside, hurt. There's another tag to Kenny Omega. Mosca tossing to the corner, and Kenny Omega kicks to the stomach, and then a back kick to the face, and now still kicking the stomach. And this is some sound strategy. Kenny Omega tags in Eddie Kingston, trying to keep the... Oh, there's the back fist, trying to keep the fresh guy in. He hit the back fist on Mosca. And there is the pin. Oh, that was broken up by Lenny. I didn't even see him get back on the apron. Oh, great camera work. We didn't see what the hell happened, but I assume there was some kind of knee to the back. Oh, that was a code breaker. Face breaker. They don't call it a code breaker here. And again, smart strategy. Tagging in Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega with a kick to the face goes for the pin on Mosca. Oh, Mosca kicks out at 2 on the near fall. And that was definitely a near fall. And Eddie Kingston with the Kimura lock. Holy shit. I mean, holy crap. He made Mosca tap out. Eddie Kingston just made the submission specialist in Mosca from the Heel Nation tap out. And Kenny Omega and Eddie Kingston take the win on the Heel Nation. That's not going to go well with the Heel Nation. Definitely not going to go well with Mosca. All right, it's time for our main event. It's a fatal 4-way elimination match coming up next. This is our main event of the evening. We're going to be introducing a new wrestler here tonight. First, making his way down to the ring at 6'1", weighing in at 275 pounds from East Palo Alto, California, Powerhouse Hobbs. This is a fatal 4-way elimination match. I don't remember if I put a time limit on it. I don't think I did because that would just be ridiculous. But if I did, then I have to take it off. But we will be debuting a new wrestler here today. Besides, he did debut Wheeler Yuta, but we'll be debuting a new wrestler. He is a real wrestler in real life, but he's never been in UPW before. And our second participant in this match, standing at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 304 pounds, from Pavlov, Bulgaria, he is the Redeemer and God's Forbidden Champion, Miro. I know we haven't seen Miro on TV for a while, not even on Dark, but Miro doesn't have to work as much. Gets paid well, enjoys his job. Won the TNT Championship. I'm sure he will get a shot at the World Championship in AEW in the near future. Miro pumped up with some caffeine or energy or something. Too many 5-hour energy drinks. Our third participant in this match, standing at 6'2", weighing at 268 pounds, from Cleveland, Ohio, Wardlow. All the storylines that's been going on with Wardlow and MJF, I've been enjoying that. One of the best things in on TV in professional wrestling right now is that particular storyline, and I've been really enjoying it. I really have. It's been fun. Now, I won't be talking as much about wrestling outside of UPW because I do record these in advance because I'm only one person. I'm the editor. I'm the guy that does the matches, records the matches, edits the matches, does the commentary, puts the music in, all that stuff. So and our last participant in this match, from Jalisco, Mexico, sorry. Standing at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 254 pounds, Rush. I can't believe I said that wrong. It's Jalisco, Mexico. Speak Spanish, that's not working. Rush has been in ROH. He's wrestled there. He has wrestled in AAA. He's wrestled in NJPW. So he's listed as a Mexican-Japanese professional wrestler. But this man can wrestle anywhere. I mean, he's a big man. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the box. Okay, so we got 4 giant men in the ring. I would do the math, but I'm bad at it, so I'm not going to do the math to find out how much is in there. But I can say roughly around, let me see, maybe about 1,000 pounds in that ring, maybe a little bit more. Who knows? Rush ain't doing so well right now, and neither is Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs' arm was taken Oh, look at that German suplex by Rush on the 304-pound Miro. And the Ultimate Warrior style splash on Powerhouse Hobbs by Wardlow. If I can't keep up with the action, you gotta forgive me. There's 4 guys in here right now. As it dwindles down, I'll be able to keep up with the action. Choke slam by Powerhouse Hobbs on Wardlow. And he gives him an Ultimate Warrior splash. And gives him another one. Just for good measure. Oh, wait, is he going for... He went for a trifecta. He went for the hat trick. Ooh, big drop kick by Rush on Miro to the outside. Double foot stomps by Rush to Miro. And that was a spine buster. Hey, ref, he's there. Okay. I was going to say, he's pinning him down here. You're not counting. And Wardlow throws down Powerhouse Hobbs. He went for a pin. Nothing came out of it. Wardlow with a power slam. Miro with a fall-away Samoan fall-away slam. Oh, and Wardlow to the back of Powerhouse Hobbs from the middle rope with a crossbody. And there's a pin. Miro's being pinned right. Oh, never mind. And there's a pin in the ring. And no, not a 1 count on that either. I'm trying to watch both wrestlers on both sides. Oh. Oh, butterfly pile driver on Miro. And there is a pin. And Miro's been eliminated. I guess if you get a pile driver done on the outside, it's going to knock you out. And the referee took his time, too, to get out there. And Wardlow with those triple power bombs and goes for a pin on Powerhouse Hobbs. And Hobbs has been eliminated, and now it's just Wardlow and the newcomer Rush. Oh, went for a suplex and tosses him. And Wardlow in firm control right now. Oh my God, inverted body slam. And Wardlow poses for the ladies, I guess. Because he ain't posing for my ass. Wardlow working on the side of Rush and then tosses him away. And goes for a pin. Rush is 6 foot tall, 254 pounds. That's a big man to be throwing around like that. Oh, Wardlow protected himself against the clothesline. Now Wardlow going for the Symphony power bombs. And there's the pin on Rush. And Wardlow is your winner, taking the win in this Fatal 4-Way elimination match. And the Fatal 4-Way elimination match was for a reason. The winner of this match will be able to get a title shot within the next month against anybody that they choose. Well, not the ladies. They're not going to get a title shot against Cameron Santos. But if they want a title shot against any belt, they can. Even a tag team championship, if they want to tag with somebody else, he can pick that. Guys, thanks for showing up, watching the first episode of Combat. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Primetime. Do me a favor, click on the link below. Follow my friend Blackwell, my friend and brother Blackwell on Twitch. He does a great show combining old with new. Make sure you come back.
on Friday for Valkyries, which is going to be a different kind of show at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every week it'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Primetime Combat and Valkyries. Follow me on social media. Share this video on my channel. Subscribe. And I will see you guys on Friday for Valkyries.